everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Eva from Bohemian Crafting. I haven't been here for such a long time. I do apologize for that. I'm trying to walk again. It doesn't go really well. It gives me quite hard time, and the most of the power I have I do spend on that recovery and on walking again and healing my leg, and that rest I do have for my Patreons. Sorry guys, I really try to do my best, but sometimes the life gets over you, right? So I do apologize. I'm coming today with the idea I saw on internet. I've been watching shorts, and there uh, came into my mind, or into my into my eyes, beautiful shorts with amazing pop-up. It's kind of like cascading pop-up. I will link that short down below. Go to have a look because it's really beautiful. I'm gonna be using images from this sticker book, which I do have and I don't use often. I'm gonna be using butterflies. I did use quite lots of butterflies, but I wanna use more. So I'm gonna be using butterflies from this sticker book, and I'm gonna be using envelope and cardstock. Together with this, with the images from this book, with the butterflies from this book, I'm gonna be using some quotes from this sheet. I do have now on my Etsy kind of like a gift corner. There is every week a new gift which is sending through the message to my customers. With every single order you will make on my Etsy, you will receive the message, and in that message is the link to iCloud store, or I'm not sure how to describe it, to kind of like storage where I do have these images. Every week is that image changing. There will be exceptions in the time when I will be on holiday, because I'm not taking my computer with me, so there will be some image for 2 weeks, but the rest of that time, every Monday is the image changing for a new one, and this will be next week. There were also plain labels and frames with quotes, and there is in the future there will be many more, and also all my Patreons, even free members on my Patreon, they will always receive those free gifts which I am adding to my Etsy. So my Patreons, you will get this with this video, and for everybody else, if you would like to use these quotes, you can become one of my Patreons, even a free member, or you can download your free image if you will make some order on my Etsy shop. There are always 2 different quotes on each line, and to cut them you will need to cut it between, and I think in junk journals they don't have to be totally straight line. This natural cutting is, I believe, the best for our junk journals. So just cut the sheet on strips and then cut between those quotes. I'm gonna be using these 2 inks from Spectrum Noir to color my cardstock. This one is Green Topaz and this Frosty Jade. So I do have colored cardstock from both sides. Now I'm gonna grab some stamps. I do have these beautiful texture stamps from Phil Martin, Sentimental Yours. These are splatterlicious textures. I got them, I think, 2 years now, and they are awesome. Unfortunately, they are sold out, so I can't give you link for any collection. Oh, what I'm doing first, I'm gonna actually make a measurement. I'm gonna cut this card on 2 pieces. Here I'm using A4 size cardstock. This one, by the way, I didn't set that. 250 GSM, and this is a normal letter envelope. So when you will fold this A4 size on half and then on half, you can fit into that envelope. So now I'm gonna just make a measurement. I would like to have here, here, and here on the bottom small frame from that envelope. So I'm gonna cut that paper right here. I made a mark where there it will have also, you know, a little bit of frame here. And I'm gonna cut that cardstock in there. This leftover I will be using for moving parts. Now this one I'm gonna be using for creating cute little frame. First, I'm gonna place the cardstock the way I would like to see the frame here on this side. And then I'm gonna fold the other side. I will try to fold it on exact end of the envelope here. I'm gonna grab one of these texture stamps, and I'm gonna be using seal brown ink from Spectrum Noir, and I will stamp grungy way edges here on that top card, also on that inside card, on all over of the card, and also all over of the envelope. That's it. Here I do have prepared the card and the envelope, and I think I'm gonna cut the card straight away into the frame. So this front shorter piece I'm gonna keep as it is. This inside piece, that bigger one, I'm gonna draw their frame using my ruler as my measurement. So the width of my ruler will also create the frame here. Okay, this way. And here the ruler has 3/4 inch here. Now I'm gonna cut off this inside like this. Now I can a little bit distress all the edges with the brown ink. I do have distressed the edges here as well. I added also with this stamp a little bit of that grungy edges. I have pulled out these stamps, which I do have for a few years now. I think I do have them from AliExpress. It was these kind of like collage stamps, and they are perfect for stamping the frame because they are, you know, nice and narrow. So I'm gonna be using these stamps for adding some decoration on my frame. And I'm using Ranger ink, Ranger archival ink. Yeah, this one maybe. Yeah, just simple stamping. And here on the top, I think I'm gonna use, yeah, this one. This I like from Tim Holtz, this postcard. I think postal card, yeah, postal card stamp. Always looks quite cool. I'm gonna keep it this way for now. I'm just gonna add from this side piece of acetate and cover the window here. I do have prepared here piece of acetate which I will glue here. I just forgot because I will glue my frame on the flap of that envelope, and I don't wanna have then once it's glued together, I don't wanna have this piece peeking out in that window. I need to trace it right now, you know, the way it will be later. So I'm gonna fold this over, make a nice position, and trace where there will be glued the frame on that flap from the envelope, and cut it off straight away. So now I do have prepared envelope as well. I can glue here that piece of acetate, and this is some old packaging. I'm gonna have it here. Now this will be this way, so here I can glue my envelope, and I can glue it right there. So I do have a base. I'm gonna add few stamps here as well, and I'm gonna be using this Tim Holtz collection, just a very simple stamping. Maybe this one here, and received right there, and here maybe this long one, yeah, correspondence address only, it can be there, like this. So I do have this one done. Here on this little extra piece, I'm gonna glue this little card on the book page, and the same I'm gonna use, yeah, the same way I'm gonna use also a few butterflies. I'm gonna bug them with that book page as well, the butterflies from that sticker book. So here, I'm gonna let peeking out a little bit all around of this card, a little bit of that book page. And I'm gonna also pick up or choose, I mean, few butterflies which I would like to use inside of this creation. They will be here, kind of like flying in the air on that popping mechanism, which I would like to share with you. For those who can't wait and they want to see what kind of mechanism I'm gonna share with you, in the description box there will be a link for the video I saw. Go to have a look. It's really beautiful. I'm gonna choose some butterflies from this page, bag them with the book page, and fussy cut out all these pieces, and I will come back. I do have fussy cut out the butterflies, and I also bagged that piece of cardstock. I'm gonna add here sewing all around with my sewing machine, and I will also emboss it with embossing folder. I do have here some embossing folders from Tim Holtz, I mean Sizzix and stuff like that. And I'm thinking maybe this one. Maybe this bingo one. Oh yeah, this will be good. So I'm gonna emboss it with that bingo. I'm gonna also sew it with my sewing machine. So I have done this, and I added also sewing around the frame here. I do have prepared all these pieces, cutted this on these strips. And now I'm gonna take that leftover from the cardstock I used for this. So I do have here this piece of cardstock. I'm gonna fold it about 1/4 of inch before edge, before the end of that cardstock. And I'm gonna fold this over, so then I can glue it on this strip. Now I do have here that about, I think it's 1/4. Yeah, it's actually 1/4 of inch. So I do have here 1/4 of inch. Then I folded this one to that edge. And now here from the fold, I'm gonna score, and I think I'm gonna score 1/2 inch. That will be just enough. It doesn't have to be big, this piece here. And I'm gonna fold that inside. So I'm gonna fold it this way, back, and this way. So I do have it inside. It's like when you fold that 1/2 inch, when you push it in, like this. Now I can glue this end over it and glue it all together. So I do have kind of like tent style of piece of cardstock. Now this I'm gonna cut on 3/4 of inch strips. I'm gonna be using my guillotine, and 3/4 of inch I'm gonna cut this on those pieces. Now when I do have all pieces cutted, I'm gonna use double-sided tape, and on one edge I'm gonna place this double-sided tape just on one side, one edge, this way, and always it has to be same. So if I do have this opening on this side and I'm placing my double-sided tape here on the bottom, I'm gonna do it with every single other pieces exact same way. Now when I do have all labeled with that double-sided tape, I'm gonna always take one here, and I'm gonna take another one, and again here I do have that double-sided tape on the bottom, so on that next one I will have to have that double-sided tape on the bottom again, and I'm gonna place this over the double-sided tape of that previous one. Just glued them together. And here again I'm gonna take double-sided tape off, or I mean backing. I'm gonna take next one, and again the opening on the same side, or opening that fold on the same side. And also I need to mention, because I like to go on the straight edge with my double-sided tape, I used this micro pencil and I draw lines on the edges of the double-sided tape on each of these pieces, just for myself, you know, then I know how to place the next piece to make it nice and straight. But if you do have good eye and if you can lay it down without making marks, you don't have to draw a line in there. And again, double-sided tape on the bottom, the folding here on the same side, and place it together. Now, when I do have prepared my basic mechanism, I'm gonna take double-sided tape and I'm gonna put 2 strips here on the front bottom piece. And 2 strips, I do have there 1, so I'm gonna place there another one. Like this. Now I'm gonna grab distressing tool, ink, and I'm gonna distress a little bit edges. And I'm gonna also finish this, put it together. So this bingo piece I wanna place here at the front, and I'm gonna grab some of my die cuts which I do have here, which I didn't use in previous journals, and used something. This one is a good one. Oh yeah, I need something on it. So I'm gonna stamp it, and I can use, oh yeah, I'm gonna stamp these two and maybe add some stamp here as well. And now I can open my little creation. Take this backing from double-sided tape off and glue this little piece into here, into that opening. So I'm gonna slide it to that fold here, and the bottom I'm gonna glue right there, and then the top over there, and press, press, press. Now I can open it, and on these ends I can put oh shoot, I forgot, sorry, I need to unglue it. Luckily, when I do use ink on my papers, then double-sided tape doesn't stick properly, so I will put there also normal glue, but luckily it doesn't stick properly. Now I can use some of these quotes and I can place it here when on the pieces which are visible through that window. So I nearly forgot. I'm gonna choose some quote from my sheet, and I'm gonna use this quote: one breath, one wing, one quiet step toward change. So I think this can be here. Okay, I'm gonna glue them exactly this way, maybe one down this way. Now, when I do have that quote and it's nicely visible through to that window, I'm gonna glue back my mechanism, and I'm gonna, of course, add here normal glue to make sure it will hold. So I can fold it this way, press it, and I do have this little cascade. It looks like stairs, you know, in some castle. So if you will create some medieval, Gothic, maybe some Halloween journal, this could be perfect as a stairs in your journal, as a castle stairs. So just remember this folding. And now those butterflies. I will have to remember, do not place them too high, because then they will cover uh, the quote. So when I will glue my butterflies, I need to go slightly down and more decorate this side than this side, you know. So I'm gonna place them mostly in that bottom corner. Yes. So now I can see quote and butterflies. And I do have still two butterflies, so I can place them right here. And that's my sharing for today. I did try it one more time with little like smaller butterflies, and it does work exactly same. I also placed here a little quote, so we do have beautiful opening. We do have this cascading butterfly waterfall. We do have this beautiful window and pocket. That's all my sharing for today. Thank you so much for getting back to my channel and spending your time with me. I do hope you will try this one, if not for butterflies, maybe for some medieval journal with those stairs, or maybe Harry Potter with those stairs, you know, in the castle in Hogwarts, not in the castle, in Hogwarts school, those stairs. So this will be perfect for creating that effect. Thank you so much. I wish you all beautiful day. For my Patreons, don't forget to get your freebie today. It will be included with this video. And for my Etsy customers, don't forget to read messages, thank you messages, which I'm sending after your order is sorted. There will be always a link for those freebies. I hope you will enjoy them. So have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, and hopefully I will come back soon. I will do my best. Bye.